Hello, in this video we show you how to set up the Google Nexus 5 for the first time. So we're presuming you've taken the device out the box, you've inserted the SIM card into the slot on the side there, and you're powering this on for the first time. So to start with, you need to press the power button for about 3 seconds until you feel it vibrate and the Google logo comes up on screen. Now the initial boot up will take a little bit longer than any other boot up of this device because of the configuration that is required. So we're going to run through this in as much detail as we possibly can. We can't cover every circumstance, but first thing here is we're presented with the welcome screen, and we can scroll through the list to select the language that we want. So we want English United Kingdom. Now, if we really needed to, we can make an emergency call by pressing the emergency dialer. Still requires us to have the SIM and enter the number, but we can come back here. It's unlikely you're going to need that. So once you've selected the language from the list by scrolling up and down, you click the play button there. Now it's automatically going to search for Wi-Fi, so we're then going to connect to a wireless network, and you have a range of options here of different networks that are available. Ones with padlocks means they've got security and you'll be asked to enter a password. Now we're going to do that in a moment, but you also have the option for other network, and this is where you can put in the information manually if it's not showing up in the list. That's for more advanced users. You can skip this procedure, but it's advisable to do this now as well. You've got the menu option here. You've got automatic setup as well, which you're unlikely to need. You should see your network pop up here. So you click on it, and if it's got to enter a password, then it will come up with this box. So I'm just going to enter that out of shot. So when you have the correct number of characters in the password, the connect box will change from a grey to a white. We click connect, and within a few seconds it should be connected, and it'll go through this procedure here, and it says got Google. So do you have a Google account? Well, if you don't, you can click no, and you can then opt to get an account or skip this procedure entirely. It is recommended to have a Google account. This is how you're going to get maximum functionality out of the device. Without it, you're going to be fairly limited. If you click get an account, it explains it all on screen. It's fairly straightforward, and you'll be set up within a matter of minutes, providing you've got a wireless connection. You will need a wireless connection to be able to do this. But you can click back, and if you have got a Google account, click yes. And then you need to enter your email and password. So we're going to enter our details now. So I've entered the email address. Now I'm going to enter the password just at shot. So with my password now entered, I click the arrow button. I have to agree to the terms of service. Click OK. And then it'll now pair up with my Google account. Now it's asking me to upgrade to Google Plus because I don't have this associated with this email account. I could happily click get started, and I'll follow the on-screen instructions. Or if not, I'm going to click not now. Of course, this is entirely up to you, and you may not be prompted with this if you already have a Google Plus account linked to the email details you've just put in. So I'm going to skip that and not now. It's going to ask whether you wish to do backup and restore. It's preferable to have backup and restore to get the maximum out of this device and future devices that may run Google, because it does just that, back up the content and restore it. You can decide whether you have your location shared with Google services. To get the maximum functionality out of this device, again, it's recommended, but there may be some privacy concerns, so you may wish to switch those off, and also whether you want communication from Google or not, so you can switch that on and off by tapping the checkbox. If you're happy, click the arrow key, and then it will connect over the wireless network and try and back up your device based on previous settings. You can set who this phone actually belongs to by changing the name and things here. I'm just going to leave that as standard. I'm quite happy with that for the moment, but you can edit it with the on-screen keyboard. Press the arrow key, and then it goes off and carries on. Asks whether you wish to set up Google Now, or it sort of explains it here for you, so you click that. And do you want to get Google Now? Well, again, this is going to give you increased functionality from the device, so you can click yes, or you can have it maybe later, or if you do indeed say yes, you can turn it off at a later date as well. So I'm going to go with yes. And now you're at your home screen. It's going to give you a few sort of tips and everything to get you going and explain to you how it works. But now you've booted up your Nexus 5. You've got your home screens here. If we scroll to the left, we've got the Google Now because we've signed up for that. So that's the Google Nexus 5 set up for the first time. Thanks for watching.